Hi, welcome to Ray at the Movies, and today I wanted to do a review on Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley. This is the fourth in the franchise, and a worthy sequel, I might ask. It's on Netflix right now, premiered on Netflix on July 2nd, and I finally got to watch it yesterday, and I found it to be a very well done sequel, and really captures what made the first one so great. The second one, Beverly Hills Cop 2, I liked, and the third one, I didn't like when I first saw it in the theaters, but it's grown on me. It's not as bad as I thought or remembered. So we're going to go over the plot synopsis and then go who's in it. Alright, let me go there real quick. Detective Axel Foley Murphy is back on the beat in Beverly Hills after his daughter Jane Taylor Page's life is threatened. She and Foley team up with a new partner, Gordon Lovett, and old pals Billy Rosewood, Judge Reinhardt, and Taggart John Ashton to turn up the heat and uncover a conspiracy. So now I'm going to go over who's in the movie. You have Eddie Murphy, of course, as Axel Foley, Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Detective Bobby Abbott, Taylor Page as Jane Saunders, which is his daughter, Judge Reinhardt, Billy Rosewood, John Ashton, Chief John Taggart, Paul Reiser, Deputy Chief Jeffrey Friedman, and Bronson Pinkett as Surge. Now to note, the villain in this movie is Kevin Bacon, and man is he good in this movie. He's always, actually to tell you the truth, he's always been good in all the movies he does. He plays a really good bad guy in this movie. And it does explain why he does what he does, whether you agree with him or not. It's a fun movie. It really does recapture what made the first one great. Has a lot of Easter egg and references for those who've seen the previous films, and they do make a reference to the third one, I will say. But I give this 4 out of 4 stars, and I really enjoyed it. I plan on watching it with my wife. The Train, you gotta love it, but I'm not gonna stop. Now there are little Easter eggs. They do have songs they brought back from the previous films, and I'll go over the songs that they brought back from the previous film. We have The Heat Is On, which is from the first movie, Shakedown, which is from the second movie, and Neutron Dance, which is in the first movie. And of course the Heat Is On was sung by Glenn Frey, and then Shakedown by Bob Sager, and then the Neutron Dance, the Pointer Sisters. They do have the actual theme that's scattered throughout the film. And I thought I was imagining until I looked at the trivia, but they actually play in a scene, there's a scene that happens in the movie where you hear the Airwolf theme. I thought I was imagining it and I was hearing it wrong, but no, it brings it up in the trivia. And I'm not going to give any information to the trivia because it kind of gives away the movie a little bit. But this is a movie that took a long time to get made, since 1990. Eddie Murphy has been trying to get this off the ground. He even made a TV series pilot that didn't get picked up in 2013, thank God, because we would not have gotten this gem of a movie. And that was going to deal with his son. What's interesting and weird about this whole plot is nowhere in the movies is it brought up that he has kids, but it's explained, kind of makes sense when they explain why he doesn't talk about his daughter. And the cast is fantastic and great, of course. And there's also something, there's a cameo that has his daughter in the movie. Eddie Murphy's daughter is actually in the movie, and I will say she's one of the police officers that arrests him in the movie, because he's always getting arrested in every single Beverly Hills Cop movie. He gets arrested. So it's I'm not gonna say who she is. You'll figure it out. It is so funny. They have so many, like I said, little Easter eggs, little references from the previous movies as a reward for those who've seen the movies. And if you haven't seen any of the movies, you're in luck, because Netflix happens to have all 3 movies on there, as well as the new one. I'm hoping that this one gets a physical release, though, because I really like this film. I thought it was a worthy sequel. I liked the second one. but it wasn't as good as the first one. And sequels normally aren't. But at least in this case, this one really lives up to the first one. And it's also directed by someone who's never directed a film before. And you would not know it because he does a fantastic job. So, if you haven't, like I said, check it out on Netflix. You won't be disappointed. And from what the reaction is about this movie, it's a hit. Even Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't really pay attention to, gave it an 80% audience score, which is good. And I'm glad that this took this long to get made, because it's really done well. And Eddie Murphy's production company is involved in this movie too. I think he was involved in all the Beverly Hill Cop movies, to tell you the truth. His production company. So, is it as good as the first one? Yes. And it's nice to see all the character actors be able to go right back into their characters. Because as soon as you see Eddie Murphy's character, Axel Foley, it's as if no time has gone by. Now, of course, the difference is Paul Reiser's now a chief, or what was he again? He was, deputy chief. And then, of course, you have Taggart, who is now the chief of police for Beverly Hills. And it's great. They have a lot of good cameos in this movie too. But I'll let you see who the cameos in this movie are. It's a fun trip. So I recommend you check out Beverly Hills Cop, Axel Foley. And if you want to know why they named it, because his character is really much involved in this one. Deals with the father and daughter aspect. So it kind of really does focus on his character more than it ever does. Normally he's trying to help solve something, but this time it deals with his character more. So it makes sense why they named the movie the way they did, instead of just calling it Beverly Hills Cop 4. So like I said, I'm done talking. You have a good rest of your day. Peace out.